Hey guys, it's been a while. I haven't made a video in a while, and probably halfway through the season, I kind of stopped making videos entirely, almost entirely, for many reasons. I was having PC troubles. I've seemed to fix that. I fixed it about a month ago, and it seems to be working. And the Bears just I don't know. There's a lot to talk about. Okay, I might start making videos again, probably here soon, because the Bears are currently in the process of looking for a new head coach. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but I got so excited for this season. Hard Knocks, Caleb Williams, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, all these people that we brought in here. Roma Dunze, kept Jalen Johnson, kept Cole Kmet, stuff like that over the offseason. And to have the season go like that was, in my opinion, like worst case scenario for the Bears organization, for Matt Eberflus, for Caleb Williams. That was worst case scenario. And this season just flew by. And if you just hear if you just heard a little fart, it's because I farted. This season just flew by. I'm not. It felt like it just started, and it's the divisional round of the playoffs. Well, almost. I guess the Rams and Vikings play tonight. But my God, did I get hyped for this season? And I keep doing it. I'm sure you guys do too. I love the Bears. They are my team. They've always been my team. And I actually thought that this season would be different. Like I say that every season with Fields, with Trubisky. I actually thought the culture changed. I thought the players we brought in were good enough to maybe even make the playoffs. Maybe not win a playoff game, but be good enough to possibly win the playoffs or make it to the playoffs. Maybe end second in the division. That did not happen. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my focusing, but that did not happen. That did not happen. I was extremely, extremely disappointed with this team, with Caleb, with Matt Eberflus, with Ryan Poles, with George McCaskey, like always. So my spirits were so down during the season. I didn't make any videos. I didn't live stream. Like when I was excited for the season, I was live streaming the games, or at least I was trying to live stream as many games as possible. And then we lost 4 or 5 in a row. The way we were losing, one, it was embarrassing. Two, my spirits were not even there. I didn't even really want to watch the games anymore. I mean, could you blame me? We lost 10 in a freaking row to end the season after we started the season 4-2. That is almost unheard of. When a team starts 4-2, do you know how hard it is to then go on a 10-game losing streak? And then the Thanksgiving game against the Lions really just broke me. It really did. Because I wasn't making videos, but I was still watching games. After that, I stopped watching games. I could not take it anymore. Obviously, it was good news after that game that Matt Eberflus got fired, but we were still on a 4-game losing streak with Thomas Brown, and then we finally beat the Packers. And honestly, I should be happy we beat the Packers, and I am. I'm happy and I'm not. The Packers, we were playing, for the second half of that game, we were playing their second stringers, and Jordan Love was hurt. So, am I happy we beat the Packers? Yes. Finally broke the streak. We haven't beat them in 6 seasons. We haven't beat them since I was 18, and I'm 25 years old. So, finally, we beat them. But I want to beat them when they're at full strength. You know what I mean? So we can celebrate it all we want. It's cool. It's awesome. It's good to see Cairo Santos finally get that redemption. Chicago fans finally celebrating a win over the Packers. But for me, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's not, okay? Just this season just broke my spirits. And I'm not kidding. I don't think I can get excited over a season ever again. Like, maybe not ever again, but I need to stop getting so excited this offseason. In the offseason, because my God, I was so excited for this season. I actually thought we were going to at least decent. I was like, we went 7-10 with Justin Fields last year. We have a better roster than we did last year. How can we do worse? How can you possibly do worse than 7-10 with a better roster? It's not even just Justin Fields. Literally a better roster. Better skill players everywhere besides the offensive line. But this season, besides Caleb, everyone looked like they regressed. DJ Moore regressed. Montez Sweat regressed. I mean, Jalen Johnson's really the only one I can really say is playing the same. Tyreek Stevenson regressed. Kyler Gordon, he okay. Jaquan Brisker, that was just a weird chain of events. He had this amazing fumble in in London against Jacksonville, and he didn't play another single game after that because he had that brutal hit on I forgot, it was someone against it was either Jacksonville or the Panthers, I can't remember, but with a concussion, it must have been really bad because he literally didn't play for 3 months after that. That is real bad, real bad. But I got so excited for this season. I keep saying it, but it's true. I couldn't make videos. I literally didn't even want to think about the Bears. I didn't even want to talk about the Bears. I literally didn't even want to. For a while there, I didn't even want to think about football because it was that bad. It literally depressed me on how bad the Bears were this season. We were the laughing stock week in and week out with how many leads we blown, how many the Hail Mary broke my spirits. It really did. It broke my spirits. We were this close to 5-2, but after that, I think it not only broke my spirits, it broke the Bears' spirits. Every single person on the Bears, after that happened, looked like they gave low effort and did not want to win games because of their head coach, because of Matty Eberflus, because of Tyreek Stevenson, because we gave up that Hail Mary. We should have been 5-2. Instead, after that, we lost 10 in a row. The Commanders are a good team, and we almost beat them. The Packers are a good team. We almost beat them. The Vikings are a good team. We almost beat them. We actually probably should have swept the Packers. We should have. Who else? The Commanders are a good team. We almost beat them. We got destroyed by the Patriots, which was the last straw for me. I was already out on Matt Eberflus, but my God, that was just straight up embarrassing. This season just kind of broke me as a fan. I am a massive Bears fan, but I didn't even have the energy to get angry anymore. I wasn't even really angry anymore. I was angry at the Lions game because unfortunately I got angry in front of my entire family because of just how bad that was. We should have beat the Lions. Not the second time, but the first time we should have beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. But Matt Eberflus, extremely terrible time management. I will never forget that, unfortunately. That's just ingrained in my brain. I was yelling at my TV on Thanksgiving, and I probably shouldn't have, because who the hell cares at that point anyway? The season was over. But there was games we were in all season long. There were some games, especially in the division, there were games we were in that just should have gone our way, and honestly, we are the opposite of the Commanders right now. We really are. or we were the season's already over. We were the opposite of the Commanders right now. They're winning on Hail Marys. They're winning in the fourth quarter. They're winning on game-winning drives. They're winning on a doink in field goal, game-winning field goal, a doink. They're getting so lucky on all this shit, and it's just the complete opposite of what the Bears are right now. We're getting so unlucky, and we're so incompetent of winning games. And right now, I don't know if it's ever going to get better. And it really depends on who they hire. In the next 2 weeks, probably, we will know who the Bears are hiring. Probably either 2 or 3 weeks. If it's Ben Johnson, you'll probably know a few days after if they lose, or a few days after the Super Bowl. So probably within a month from now, we'll know who they hire. But I think that we probably won't hire someone until after the Super Bowl, because I want to see because Ben Johnson's probably high on their list. Aaron Glenn is probably higher on their list. That's their offense and defensive coordinator for the Lions. So I actually think the Lions, both their coordinators are going to get head coaching jobs. It really just depends on where. This morning they announced that Mike McCarthy is no longer the head coach for the Cowboys. They are parting ways. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know how I feel about that. Would I like it? No. He's not even really in my top 5 choices. Would I hate it? Also, no. It's kind of like below average. I would not like it, but I wouldn't absolutely hate it. Would I be jumping at, honestly, if it were the head coaching hires, if they hire him, that's like a 3 out of 10. Ben Johnson's like a 10 out of 10. Todd Monken, I think that's how you say his name, is like a 10 out of 10. Joe Brady's like a 9 out of 10. I wouldn't mind any of those 3. I wouldn't have minded Mike Vrabel, but he just got hired as the Patriots head coach, so he's off the table. So really it's just those 3 guys. Pete Carroll maybe just breaks the top 5. He's like maybe a 6 out of 10 for me, excitement. I don't know. Those 3 offensive coordinators are like my top 3 guys. Anyone else is like below a 7 out of 10 excitement for me. Ben Johnson's just the one I want. He seems so smart with his play calls. He seems like he knows how to control a locker room. He knows how to hype people up. He seems like that type of guy. But at the same time, this is the Bears. This is George McCaskey. This is Ryan Poles. I have done nothing but support Ryan Poles. But sometimes he needs to just shut his mouth. Stop talking. We're going to take the North and never give it back. Yeah, we've ended like 4th place in each year you've been here. And this is your 3rd year into the rebuild. This is about to be your 4th, because apparently we're keeping him. So if we end negative again next year and not even break 500, yeah, you're gone. So I don't know why we even are keeping Ryan Poles. I don't understand why we're keeping Ryan Poles, because Ryan Poles right now is on the hot seat, and if we are so bad next year again, he is going to be on the hot seat again, and they're going to find a new GM. Why not just get rid of the GM and the head coach at the same time so you have a new regime in there? I don't know. I don't trust Ryan Poles. He literally did, he helped Caleb absolutely zero amount. Obviously, he got Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. You helped him out in that aspect of the game, but you have to give him time to throw the ball. All right? He can't do shit. He can't get the ball to your receivers, your playmakers, if he has 0.5 seconds to throw the ball. If Larry Borum, whoever is on his blind side, absolutely gets sandwiched every single play. He can't throw the ball. I'm watching Jalen Hurts have 15 seconds to throw the ball down the field. I'm watching Jordan Love have 15 seconds to throw the ball. I'm looking at the Lions. They have one of the best offensive lines, and probably the best offensive lines in football. And look how they're doing right now. Okay? You rebuild through the trenches, and that is what you have failed to do. All right, you're drafting Karam Amagaji because in the third round because he grew up a Bears fan. I mean, think about that for a second. He's literally only drafting him because he's always wanted to play for the Bears. I don't care. I don't care if he's only played for the Bears. Or his whole life he wanted to grow up and play for the Bears. Who gives a shit? All right, this is a business. We don't draft players just because they grew up a Bears fan. The same thing goes for you. You played for the Bears. Doesn't mean you should get hired just because you played for the Bears at one point in your career. All right? Honestly, for the first 3 picks, pick an offensive line. Pick an offensive line. 3 picks, I don't want to see anything other than offensive linemen. And we'll see if he can draft them. Okay? I mean, should we have gotten Joe Alt instead of Roma Dunze? Should we have traded up and got an offensive lineman? I don't know how J.C. Latham was. There was a lot of offensive linemen in this first round last year. So, I mean, at least last offseason we had something to look into. I mean, we'll see when free agency starts. If Ryan Poles is aggressive with offensive linemen, maybe he trades for a few or 2, maybe 1. I don't know. We'll see. I would like a mixture of veterans and rookies. And then once you get those rookies built up to where you want them, draft some more rookies so you have a very young offensive line for a long time. It looks like Tevin Jenkins is probably not staying either. I know he said 50-50, but he's probably not staying. I don't think he likes it here. I mean, I don't know if I like him on my team either because he can never stay on the fucking field. So, I don't know. I don't know. What do the Bears do from here? Okay, obviously we'll see in the next coming days, weeks, maybe months. We'll see what they do with the head coach. We'll see what they do with free agents, stuff like that. Maybe sign a few, like I said, Tevin Jenkins. There's a lot of decent free agents. Keenan Allen. We'll see what they do with those, and maybe free agency just in general. Sign a few guys. I don't know. We'll see. But I just wanted to kind of end it there. I just kind of went on a little venting thing because I haven't talked on here in a while. The Bears, I'm going to repeat it again. They broke my spirit this year. They really did. They really did. To the point where I didn't even want to come on here and talk about the Bears, yell about the Bears, because that's usually what I do. I scream at this camera to get my rant out because I have to about the Bears. And this season, I was so excited. We had the number 1 overall pick. We picked Caleb Williams. And to see Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and almost Michael Penix go to the playoffs, and the number 1 pick is sitting at a dog shit team that everyone was correct about, by the way. Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels is the only rookie moving on. He's obviously going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Bears fans need to chill out because before the season even fucking started, they said he was going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's not even probably top 15. He's probably not even top 20 in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting or whatever, but he's on a shit team, okay? And if you look at his stats, he's not a bad quarterback. He did not have a horrible year. He threw 20 touchdowns to 6 interceptions, 3,400 yards, right? Which is almost 1,000 more yards than Justin Fields had in 3 years. And I don't want to compare him to Justin Fields, but it's true. In a freaking disaster of a year, Caleb Williams still threw for 3,400 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. In a worst case scenario year, in my opinion. This was worst case scenario. The only good thing about this year was that Matty Eberflus will not be our coach next year. That's the only thing. Because if we did maybe an average year, 7-9 or 7-10, or like 8-9, if we had like an average year, Matt Eberflus would probably still be here. And the only reason he was the first coach ever to be fired mid-season by a Chicago Bears organization is because it was such a bad clock management attempt at winning against a Super Bowl contending team that they literally had no choice but to fire him because it was on national television. If it, honestly, in my opinion, if this was a regular Sunday and it wasn't in front of the entire world or the entire United States, whatever, if it wasn't in front of the entire United States, he would still be our coach. I mean, he may be fired, after the season was done, but because it was literally on national television in front of the entire nation, that's the only reason George McCaskey was literally left no choice, because Eberflus, Poles, and McCaskey and Kevin, all of them, the whole organization was getting scrutinized by the media, by the fans, by literally everybody because of how bad that was, that they literally had no choice but to fire him. George McCaskey, I guarantee you, did not want to fire him, but Ryan Poles probably convinced the hell out of him to fire his ass into the sun because of how bad of that was. And maybe a little bit of that was on Caleb, but no, I'm putting literally almost 0% of that on Caleb because he's a rookie. And two, it should have been Matt Eberflus calling that timeout. You're the one with the timeout in your pocket. So anyway, I'm done ranting. I will see you guys in the next one. We will see in the next couple weeks what the Bears do. They're doing interviews currently right now. They interviewed Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson yesterday. They are interviewing Thomas Brown today. I believe Pete Carroll pretty soon. Mike Vrabel was a couple weeks ago or a week ago. I think they have interviewed Mike Vrabel. They interviewed Anthony Weaver. If this is a very underwhelming hire, Bears fans are going to be livid. They are going to be furious. Everyone in Bears Nation is ready for it to be Ben Johnson. And when it's not, because let me tell you, it's not going to be Ben Johnson. I want it to be Ben Johnson or Todd Monken, if that's how you say his name, or Joe Brady. Those are my top three guys right now. And then Vrabel was 4. I might have put Vrabel at actually 2 under Ben Johnson for me. But he just got hired as a Patriot. So those are my top 3 guys right now. I'm telling you, if it's not Ben Johnson, the Bears Nation is going to burn to the ground. They're going to be so pissed. And I'm telling you right now, this organization is not going to hire Ben Johnson. You want to know why? Because they never get it right. Honestly, if it's Anthony Weaver or if it's Thomas Brown somehow, it's not going to be. Or if it's a very underwhelming hire that I don't even really know their name, even I'm going to be pissed, and I'm probably going to boycott the Bears next season because I'm tired. I'm tired of having bad coaches. I'm tired of having a bad offense. I'm going to probably not even pay attention to the Bears next year. I'm not kidding. I'll find a new team. I cannot keep rooting for a team that keeps putting bad coaches as their head coach, as the head of the organization. I cannot keep doing it for my own sanity. I'm not kidding. For my own sanity. I know that you guys might be more chill Bears fans. I am not. I am not a chill Bears fan. I eat, sleep, and shit out Bears. I pay attention to everything they do. Almost everything. This season broke my spirit so much that I didn't pay attention to what they were doing. I didn't care. And I usually do. During the season, I'm excited for next week, even in a losing season, even last season, even the season before when we went 3-14 with Justin Fields. I sat down, I watched every game, I would scream at my TV, but I was still having fun watching the Bears. This season, I was not having fun watching the Bears almost ever. The first 6 weeks when they were 4-2, I was having fun. I was like, hell yeah. Caleb doesn't look fantastic, but we're 4-2. After that Commanders game, it completely broke my mental health. I'm not kidding. So if they don't get this hire right, I may not be a Bears fan anymore. And I'm not downplaying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying the amount of love I have for this team. I love the Bears. I've loved them since I was born. But I can't keep watching and supporting a shit fucking organization that keeps getting it wrong over and over again, and they refuse to sell the team because you don't know how to run an organization. I can't do it. I'm not going to buy their jerseys, I'm not going to go to their games, and I'm not going to watch their football games. And I suggest you don't either. If they keep putting that shit product on the football field, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So, this was a long video. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I just wanted to get that out there. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'll start to upload a little bit more often this off season because I've kind of cleared my head. The season's over. Now we're just looking forward to the draft again. And I've been watching like playoff football. Obviously, I've been watching football every week. But when the Bears are on, I don't watch the Bears. I've been watching Red Zone. So hopefully they get this hire right. Who do you want them to hire? Let me know in the comment section below. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day.